Y'all, we are in the Legend studio today. Thanks so much for having me here.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
This place is legit. The lighting, just the setting, the rough. I mean, we've got it all here. So today's video, we're gonna be addressing kind of some of the swing problems and issues I've been experiencing here in the last few months. Mike Bury has been helping me and is, so yeah.
Maybe haven't helped at all yet, so who knows, but we're trying anyway.
We have been on the grind session here down in Dallas this week, working on the game, getting ready for my first event this year, which is the qualifier for the State Open here in a little over a week.
Right.
So today, we are just gonna kind of go over some of the things we worked on this week. One major kind of swing issue that I was experiencing, which we'll address here soon. We got all the lofts and lies adjusted on all the clubs.
That was a big one.
That was honestly huge. So
yeah, your clubs were way off, and I mean you have forged clubs, so you know softer. The more you practice over time, they're gonna start to move. So yeah, it was a big deal to get those working for you instead of you having to work for the clubs.
Yeah, we were working hard a lot of the time, and it wasn't working out well. So we're glad that we got those adjusted. Got new grips on as well today.
Yeah.
So new grips.
Almost like new clubs.
I feel like new clubs, but the Stinger club, the head and shaft did not change. Did get adjusted and did get a new grip on the Stinger club. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into what problems I'm having in my golf swing. Mike, what have you noticed here in the last few days since I've been here?
Well, yeah, I mean, what I noticed before you coming here and, you know, through your Instagram videos, that sort of thing, and obviously we try and stay in touch as well as we can, but, you know, I could see that the club was swinging more left than perhaps what we'd like, and just with you describing some of the misses that you've had lately, you know, ball kind of falling right and short, and we know a lot of that for you was the equipment, but, you know, we also, when we looked at your swing, we saw on the downswing, your hips kind of moving slightly in towards the ball and the pelvis kind of tucking under a little bit. And, you know, then you being an athlete, you know, you had to do more work with your hands than what we wanted you to. So we started to work on that, you know, kind of early extension. And yeah. So
we've spent the last few days kind of working on that. We'll have some clips of our range sessions here throughout the video, but just kind of wanted to address some of the topics and the concerns that I've been having in my golf swing. So right now we're gonna go ahead and show you just a swing, just to give you a little feel. So like right now. So here is a drill we're gonna show you here in just a second that is helping me get the feel of where I need to get to. What did we use? That was like a bag rack?
Yeah, it was like a bag stand for the range there. But, you know, for those of you watching, you could use like a chair at home, you know, back of the couch, perhaps something like that. It's really good to work on this at home because this is something that, given that it's sort of dynamic, there's a lot of speed, you know, centrifugal force and whatever else, and without getting too complicated, the likelihood of seeing a massive change immediately is unlikely. You know, it's something that you'll have to chip away at over time. And I mean, early extension is super common. So, well, yeah, lots of people. So, you know, it's something that with enough work, enough reps, you know, you'll start to see improvement over time, at least kind of significant improvement. You know, changing something like your takeaway, you can go in one swing from being too much out to being in or more on plane. You know, owning that's a different story. But, you know, with what our goal with you was to try and get the club working a little more down the line. And with the improvements that you did with your body work this week, we saw that, and that was kind of goal achieved, right?
For sure. And I'm definitely noticing, even on video, small improvements.
Right.
We've still got a lot of work to do, probably, honestly, a few months away from really getting a great feel down for it and to really get possibly where we're wanting to get to. But I think we made like huge strides this week. My contact off the face was phenomenal. Best my swings felt in 2 years.
Yeah.
Minimum.
And the nice thing about this is not one of those swing changes that you're going to sort of go backwards before you go forwards. It's not that drastic of a change because it's hard to change.
Yeah.
So, it shouldn't really impact your play too much, at least from a negative standpoint. And as you gradually improve it, you should see, improvement, kind of gradual improvement in the game, which is good.
Yeah. So we're going to kind of show you on screen, kind of talk about it, the exact details of kind of what we're talking about here. So we're going to take you there right now.
Okay, so what we have on the left-hand side of the screen here is your swing from start of the week. The one on the right-hand side was just a day later, so you hadn't had a lot of reps on it. But we'll go through what some of these lines here mean quickly, just so it'll help us see where the club's moving a little easier. The yellow line here, we'll call it the plane line, shaft plane, and the blue line there is the Hogan plane. I've also thrown a little green box right off the edge of Zach's backside right here. And let's just play it through on the left-hand side. We'll just take it through here in kind of slow motion. So Zach obviously does a lot of things really well. What we are looking at for Zach is how the club's moving through the impact area, and it's been swinging, let's call it left, a little more so than through this impact area here. So you'll start to see the club head kind of disappear relatively quickly here. I mean, this is not a million miles off, but for you, I would like to see it move just a little more down the line. And we talked about that early extension and your hips moving away from that green line. So early extension is Zach's hips moving in this way on the downswing. And we'll see that just a little bit. There might not be the perfect camera angle to measure exactly this early extension, but you see the gap increasing there. So obviously Zach's been doing a little bit of work on the right-hand side, and remember just the goal to get the club moving more down the line on the way through so that we avoid the right swipey weak shot, right?
Right.
Okay, so right-hand side, let's go. Again, don't expect to see like a million miles of difference in terms of that lower body staying back on the green line perfectly, but I'm just going to take it through to the follow through and then we'll work back from there. So what I'm looking at here is that club head, and you can see the club head is a little more down the line and just enough. You like to play a little fade and we don't want to get away from that, but it's just a little more down the line to where it's going to be a little more of a fall to the right as opposed to kind of like weak right slider, if that makes sense. So you can see definitely on the backside here a little bit as well on the way through, there is less space here than what there is here. Would you agree with that?
I would definitely agree.
All right, cool. And so let's just take these back to sort of start of the downswing here. We'll go up to the top. Okay, so start of the week. We've got, a handful of inches there, and then again, you're thinking about what is your swing thought here? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to literally feel like my left hip is just going straight backwards.
Gotcha. So if there was like a wall behind you, it's like trying to get that left glute back to the wall as quickly as you can.
Absolutely.
Whilst shifting your weight towards the target, right?
Correct, because I was falling backwards and not towards the target,
right,
which is not where you want to get to.
Yeah. So like we said, Zach obviously a really good player, a lot of good things happening here, but just in terms of minimizing some of the curve and minimizing some of the right misses, getting that club working a little more down the line, and for Zach, minimizing that early extension. And that early extension has all different types of effects on different golfers. So there'll be people watching this that have different issues to you when it comes to that, what happens as a result of early extending. But in your case, when your hips are moving in, your hands are pulling in towards you, and that was the goal really this week. Let's fix that.
Sounds good. That is feeling a lot better. Gonna take some time, keep working on the little drills, get my pelvic back and forward. I was kind of going back and backwards, which isn't what you want to do. So it's back and forward, and it's feeling a lot better. This is something I've needed to work on for a little while, and thanks to the legend right behind the camera, we are making some progress. So as you can see from the comparison, it's tough to make any major changes in a day or two, but I see some small improvements and very excited to be taking it up in competition very soon. So now we've kind of gone through and evaluated everything that we've been working on this week. Pretty excited about the direction things are going. Swing's feeling good. Tempo, balance is feeling good. Just have to keep working on getting in the proper place through impact with kind of the tilt of my pelvis,
right,
and the kind of the tilt of my hips.
Yeah.
I guess at impact would be the easiest way to say that.
And keeping your backside back.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Without getting too far back, because I do have a tendency to almost go like backwards.
Yeah, not getting spinny, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Not spinning out of it, trying to shift and turn.
Right.
Yeah.
So really excited about the whole direction. Got sometimes, do you ever try to tell a story, talk about something, and just completely run out of the words to say it? I don't know. I did there.
You had words. They just weren't the right ones.
So these are the right ones. Have my first qualifier tournament round week from this Monday. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this. So it is May 6th is the date.
Oh, I thought you were talking about today. I was like, it's not May 6th.
It's not today. May 6th. Today. The qualifier tournament round is May 6th. Qualifier for the State Open. And the State Open will be first week in June. So have to get through the qualifier to give ourselves a chance in the event. So, but with this work this week, I'm really excited about the direction of the game. Now you know kind of what I'm struggling with on my swing. Thanks so much, mate, for
You're welcome, buddy.
all the help. Really do appreciate it. Any last words?
No, I think that, you've done everything you need to do this week to set you up for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And that's for anyone playing either tournament golf or even just, recreational golf. Make sure that that you're doing the things you need to do to play well. Making sure your clubs are all set up for you. We did the distance control work, all those sort of things. But did everything you need to do, and now you go out and you try and put it into action, and hopefully you play well. And if you don't, you learn from it. If you do, you celebrate it, and then you move on and keep doing the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited. This is actually going to be my first tournament round in like 9 months.
That's a while.
I think 9 months, 8 months, 8 or 9 months.
Okay.
It's been a long time, but very excited to be back out there in competition. Looking forward to it. We put in some work this week to get ourselves prepared and to really give ourselves the best shot at success here in a little over a week, but it'll probably be sooner than that once you actually watch this. So guys, if you enjoyed this kind of content, please comment below. Let me know if you'd like us to do more of these types of evaluation sets, kind of on where my game's at, kind of what I'm working on. So let us know in the comments below. Also, if you do not already follow Mike Bury, you need to. So down below in the description, his YouTube channel, his Instagram, and his on-demand will all be down in the description below. The links to all of those. Go toss him a follow. He is a legend in the online social media instruction. No one better. Nope.
Thank you.
So that is Mike Bury. Go toss him a follow. Really appreciate all your help.
My pleasure.
And this was fun. I enjoyed it. Got to just chill in the Bury set. I mean, who else has a patch of rough in their home. Yeah, right there. Yes, it is. So, guys, really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you like this kind of content, please toss a little like there. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, subscribe below if you haven't already. And until next time, mate.
We'll see you when we see you.
Yes, we will.
Perfect. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Something. We're out.